Hello, hello. It is afternoon in Lake Havasu City, Arizona in February. I just thought I'd check in. I haven't checked in. Well, it's getting a little more frequent. I don't know. Lately, I just feel like I need to get back doing it. I've been following this guy. He does a lot of meditation and things like that. Becoming what do you want? Good with yourself. I don't know. Anyway, meditation, things like that. And I've been following him, and he's just like, you got to start, what's your passion? And my passion is making movies. And I got to get doing it again. I don't know why I keep coming back to Facebook because that's where I got started, I guess. I don't know. All my peeps are on here, and it's so fun seeing everyone and things like that. But the last time I tried to do a download, I don't have the best internet either, so it's not very easy. I used to be able to convert it and then put it over on my YouTube channel, but I'm not able to do that as well. So I converted after my 100 videos in 100 days. I did convert over to YouTube, but I just didn't do that much on YouTube. I don't know what happened, but so I think what I'm going to do again, only because I think, so the big thing with this guy I'm following, and I will put his, hey Lisa, I will put his link on here because he's super good. He's been really good for me. And what I remembered about it is that when I was making all the videos, I felt like I found my purpose. So I think what I'm going to start doing is just on YouTube. He says you should be doing. I think he did a video a day. I think he was saying for a couple months, and then it went viral. But he's been in it 4 or 5 years or longer. You really just have to keep making them and you get better at it. But I really have to upgrade to equipment and things like that. So I don't know. Here I am. Anyway, just checking in. Geez, it's cold today. It's been kind of a rough, I don't know if February's been rough exactly. But today is cold and windy, and at the pickleball courts, it was kind of cold and everybody left. Like when the wind starts getting too bad, the balls are not that heavy, and so they just go all over the place, and it's not a good pickleball day. I've been learning a lot about myself lately, and a lot of it is from pickleball. Evidently I like to win, and so when you're playing pickleball, you're playing with a lot of different partners. That's like my son was saying, it has a lot to do with your partner. In fact, the partner I have, we have a tournament next week. So I'm going to keep going until then. But I do have an injury that I got since I've been playing. I never had this kind of injury when I was bodybuilding. A groin injury right here, and I feel like it's a sciatic nerve thing. I don't know, it goes around my back too. Hey Allison, how are you today? Nice seeing you. Anyway, so I've got that injury and we'll see what happens. I don't know, it's not healing because I keep playing on it. So I got this pink tape that you put on. That's kind of helped. But I play too much. So when you're a pickleball person, hey, when you're a pickleball person, you're addicted. I'm telling you, these people are addicts. I'm one of them. You get addicted to it. So I go out with the realization, I'm like, okay, you're going to the pickleball court and you're going to play a couple hours. Hey, Marcy. You're going to play a couple hours, and after 2 hours, you're going to quit because my leg is bad. Like, it hurts so bad. I've been icing it down. It's it's been over a month or longer that I've had this injury, and it's just every time I play, no, so I play 2 hours, instead of just 2 hours, you go 4 hours. And then there's another game, and then there's another game. And then my legs hurt again. You have to play. Marcy says, I have never played. Play, because it is so much fun. I think this time of year in Idaho may not be the ideal spot. But you come to Arizona, so Arizona's big on it. So when you come down to Arizona, you can stop and see me. But anyway, there is pickleball everywhere. It's a pretty interesting sport. And I've met so many fun people. I have had so much fun this winter. Pickleball has been phenomenal to meet people. Everybody, so Canadians, Minnesotans. Today I talked to a couple from Michigan. A lot of Californians. And everybody is generally good. There's some people that we call pickleball snobs, and I've gotten a couple fights on the court, verbal, with a couple of them. But that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying about learning about myself. I have been learning so much about myself lately. Isn't it funny how we go through periods of time, anyway, for me, one of the after my husband died, that was huge for me. It was huge. Because you are forced into this place where you have to, I guess you don't have to move forward. I guess you don't have to change. I guess you don't have to grow as a person, but as a mother and grandmother and friend and family, things like that, I feel it's my responsibility to keep moving forward and to try to make my life better along the road, right? Try to be an inspiration and things like that. So when my husband passed away, it wasn't really an option, because I have children and I have grandchildren and friends and family and people that watch me, people that not watch me literally, but people that, you have to stay strong for other people and for myself. And it was hard. I feel like I'm in a good place now, but it was a difficult process. So I forgot what I was talking about. So that was a big change in my life. It was a pretty big change. So I was at the university in Idaho, working towards my degrees and all those things, which was good. It was good. I was also doing that for my children and grandchildren, trying to reach a higher degree so that they could see that they could do it. And I did get my doctorate. That was good. But then there was another change after I got my doctorate. And I just decided, I think that was all because of, grief and my husband passing and things like that. Because I was in a place that I just didn't feel like I was happy. I wasn't happy with my job. I wasn't happy with where I was at living. I didn't have, for me, I'm very outgoing, and I love people and things and culture and stuff going on. And I honestly didn't like the winter anymore. So I remember every winter I would say, okay, this winter, and you'll know this, Marcy, but I think you might get out in winter more. Like, I don't know. This winter, and I even had a friend who wanted to take me snowboarding and skiing. And I kept saying, this winter, I'm going to get out in the snow. I'm going to go cross country, snowshoeing things, whatever. It was always a reason I didn't do it. There was always a reason, it's a little bit expensive to get involved in it. I don't want to do it by myself, things like that. I finally said, forget it. I'm getting out of the snow. so all those reasons, I hit the road, flipped my house, was one of the best things I've ever done. Bought my RV, traveled 20,000 miles into Florida across, I kind of did a big loop. I went up through Texas. I have kids in Kentucky and Minnesota and Idaho. And so I went up and into Kentucky, and I went into Minnesota and back around into Idaho and Nevada and Colorado, 20,000 miles with Snooki. Suki, sorry you guys. I put this curtain up because sometimes she does weird things and I don't want everybody to watch her. Anyway, she's traveled with me the whole time, and she's been a great travel companion. So we traveled all over the place. It was a huge experience. Anyway, not sure. Oh, I was talking about, and I think this is more the moving forward part of, I was supposed to be talking about bodybuilding first. Anyway, but I made it back to Lake Havasu City because once a girl a desert rat, always a desert rat, I think. I don't know. I love it here. But it isn't summer yet either. Staying with Lisa and Todd has been fabulous. I get to love on their baby grandbabies. Oh, they're so precious. But here I am. And so that was another change, right? So a lot of dramatic changes right through this whole period. So it's been 7 years, going on 8 years since my husband passed. The first 5 I felt like was just sort of selling equipment and houses and things like that, and then I bought the new house, and after 3 years that's the one I flipped. Anyway, so now since I've been here, I got my realtor's license, which was, I need to do a channel just on realty, real estate, realty, a realtor, becoming a realtor. Hey Anna, how you doing? Anyway, because it wasn't easy, people. It was not easy. It took me 6 good months to really get, I did pass my test the first time. It's not easy to do, but as Lisa will attest to, I studied every single day for 6 months. Took many, many quizzes and tests and memorized things and all that. And I had to go to Phoenix to take it. And I just prayed. I'm like, God, I honestly don't think I can do this again. It was 5 hours long, 195 questions. And it was intense and brutal. I have to tell you, Gracie's the one that talked me into it, my friend Gracie, and she's a real estate agent in California. And after I got it, and that wasn't even the most intense thing, taking the test, but after I got my license and stuff, she goes, yeah, I thought I'd better not tell you how intense the test was. She said, I just figured she'll get there and she'll pass it, so I'm not going to tell her. That's so funny. Anyway, okay, I'm going to get back to bodybuilding, which is usually the start of where I'm at. If anybody doesn't know, I've been doing this for a couple years. I started off doing a 21-day challenge that was an unstoppable influencer challenge, and you had to do 100 videos in 100 days, and it was an incredible 100 days for me. Incredible. It changed my life completely. All of the things started happening where I decided I'm moving, and I'm flipping my house and getting my RV and started traveling. All those things happened because of the 100 videos influencer challenge thing I did, right? Well, for some reason, I'm going through change again. A big change, like all these things. And real estate, studying for the real estate test was a big thing too. And all the change that you go through. Like you go through a lot of, I don't know, it's scary. When you put yourself in scary situations, you're going through change and you're challenging yourself, and it's scary, but it's good. So I'm going to, anyway, so I am with a broker now, a brokerage, although it's taken me, ooh, I say I'm having the hardest time adulting. Like, so if anybody knows me, you know, I used to get up at 4 in the morning, go hit the gym. I worked at the university, you know, 8 to 5. I was there 14 years. I studied. I did all this stuff. I got numerous degrees, right? The last being my doctorate. And it was okay. But after I semi-retired and hit the road, I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to get up and get dressed up and show up for work and, you know, the gym. There she is, guys. There she is. She's like, don't put baby in a corner, Mom. Anyway, hopefully she doesn't want out, but she might. Uh-oh, she does. So I'm going to let her out real quick. Sorry. Oh. And it is warm. It is warming up in here, so I did leave the door open because it is warming up. Okay, let's go back because I went on this huge tangent, and I'm not sure why, but I'm going to go back to bodybuilding. So what am I doing there? Another thing is my hair is doing that. I don't know, you guys. Do you ever have like where your hair just changes and does weird things? I have this cowlick right here, right there. And now my hair does weird, really, really weird things. When I got my headshot, oh, I'm getting away from bodybuilding, but this is kind of, okay. When I got my headshot for my real estate the other day, my hair was like doing this weird stuff in the middle, and the guy took all the pictures and they turned out good, except I could see this split. like Alfalfa, remember Alfalfa, but he had it right here. Mine was like split right in the center. I'm like, oh, that's not good. We don't want my hair to have a split in the middle. So every time I took a shot after that, like he took a headshot of me or a different photo or whatever, he's like, okay, do this to your hair. And then I would do this, you know, and then he's like, okay, don't do that. Just do this. It was funny. I don't know. I felt like it was pretty funny. He was really good though. It turned out really nice. So I'm going to wait and talk about that in a minute. So anyway, bodybuilding. Okay. So, I think I talked to you before, like my last video, I told you I'm doing pickleball 4 days a week and bodybuilding 2 days a week. And the 2 days that I do it, I just kind of, it usually does take me 2 hours, but I'm not doing I don't do as much of the treadmill exercise because I'm not running anymore on a treadmill, but I do 15 minutes warm up where you just do sort of an incline. It's not very fast. It just gets you warmed up. And then I do upper and lower body on Tuesday and upper and lower body on Thursday. I still seem to be pretty strong, but I don't want to lose the definition of my muscle, right? So I don't know. I may after next week's my pickleball tournament, I may take a month off if I can. I'm pretty addicted to it. I don't know if I can do that. I say that now, but we'll see. So, but what's going on with my eating? I'm still doing intermittent fasting. Like, I have to watch it though, because I am such, I don't know, like I can get away from things and just like, I sort of have an addiction to food. That's why I like intermittent fasting, because I don't eat all day and then I have one certain amount at night, one meal usually, and then I'm done. But I really have gotten to where I love these. And so like Lisa's little granddaughter is another one who loves those. And so we share them. I got to take her some in, by the way. She's such a doll. Anyway, I can't have anything like that in the house because if I do, my worst time to eat is after 6. I cannot eat after 6 or I'll gain weight. So I seem to let myself do that on Saturday, and then I'm like starting all over again. But my weight has gone down at least, but I'm still not reaching goals. So what I am doing right now is a lot of meditation. It's been phenomenal. Just in a lot of areas of my life. I don't know. I've just like all of a sudden more changes happening. And God is like, okay, let's work on this area of your life. I don't know. Is it God or is it me? I don't know. But, you know, I feel like he has a place he wants me to go. And I like this place, I've just been going through a lot of changes. And so it's sort of forced me, and pickleball's part of it, forced me to make some big changes in my life, some things that I didn't deal with, some childhood things that because you know we all grow up in different households. I don't know how loud that is to you guys. It might be too loud, so let me know by somebody saying something if you can hear all the vehicle traffic. But I like the sunshine coming in. That's a nice, it's funny too, because pictures and videos has everything to do with lighting. It's pretty loud though. I think it might be too loud. If I shut the door, Suki may yell at us, but I think I'm going to shut the door. Okay, door shut. Yeah, boy, did that. Lighting is everything, right? And how you take a picture. Why is it if you take a little selfie from up here, you look so much better? Don't do it down here. Up here and from a certain side, take about 10 of them and then pick the best one out of the 10, right? Because that's, I don't know, it's such a weird phenomena. I don't know. I can't wait to get some good cameras and like somebody who knows how to edit and those things. So we'll see. Anyway, okay, bodybuilding. So that's what I'm doing. I would still love to hire. I still have the ambition of I would like to do a competition again, but I really would have to hire the trainer and it's kind of expensive. And my eggs are all kind of in realty right now. So I have to adult up and totally submerge myself in that process, which I will get to and kind of tell you what's happening there. But so I'm just gonna try and keep my muscles in good shape. I mean, I still have a lot to do on my, I still would, 20 pounds would be phenomenal. And so I found some meditation on, I think it's more about the right food or having a good relationship with the right food, things like that. And you actually listening to it. Well, I listen to stuff all the time, but when you go to sleep at night, and I'm starting to believe that there's something to this meditation thing. I really am. It's helping me so much, and some of the stuff I'm working through, right? Aaron is the guy that I've been following. I think it's Aaron. I'm going to say Dowdy, but I'm not 100% sure. But there's quite a few that I follow. And he's super good. And I forget what he says, but he's always trying to help people sort of self-actualize and become this person, because he kind of grew up with some dysfunctional thing going on in his family. And those kinds of people sometimes go up where they have this codependence, right? And that's how I've always been like that. And I'm telling you, I had the best parents ever. So it's nothing to do with that. For whatever reason, I don't know what it was. For whatever reason, I never never really, you know, and someone like looking at me would probably never know because I like achieved so much. But there was always this part of me that is never healed from, I don't know, maybe, and I think it's generally when I'm dating or things like that, because I'm dating again, where I pick people that are probably not the best for me. And, you know, I wouldn't think so, but you can get attached pretty easily and those kinds of things. And so I've had to really watch myself. It's more like, you have to see yourself as very valuable. And I don't know that I always did that as far as the romantic part went. I don't know where I'm going with that, but anyway, so I'm working through a lot of that, and I've been using a lot of meditation on and things, on believing in yourself, you know, and that you're a high value person, and we all are. I mean, we all are. We are so uniquely and beautifully made, each one of us. But I don't know, for some reason, I had this place that I still was working through. I don't know. I think I kind of grew up a people pleaser. Now, that might have been the third child part of me, too. But it seemed like I always was trying to achieve a lot of success for my dad so that he would pay attention to me maybe or something. I don't know. He was busy working or something, whatever. So I was kind of, for the longest time, sort of a people pleaser kind of thing. And I think always wanting to achieve high things. Always wanting to be the best at everything, to the detriment sometimes of other people. And I never saw it. Now I kind of got over a lot of that as I've been doing my videos and being on the road and things like that. I don't do that as much anymore. But I mean, just the fact that being a single woman, you should be fine enough and not have to have someone in your life, right? You should be well established enough and be completely secure with it. But for the longest time, I kept trying to fill that void, or it was just difficult. Like, it was really difficult. I felt like, and I can see why, like, there's a lot of relationships where people lose their spouse, divorce, whatever, where they immediately get remarried or, you know, reattach to somebody fairly quick. And I definitely understand it. It was, I think I had to finally realize, I'm not doing bodybuilding again, sorry, that I was working through grief. Because we had been married 30 years and 32 together, and it was hard. So I worked through a lot of the grief by, I think people try to I think grief is not a fun thing to experience. It is horrible. I hated it. It was rough. It was hard. You want to do anything you can to run away. I wanted to do anything I could to run away from it because it was so painful. And I don't think I personally knew how to deal with emotions. I've always been someone who kind of stuffs them down. And so I can understand why people want to meet this other person, because I think what it feels like is you're instead of having to feel the grief of being alone and learning to deal with yourself and becoming this person who is completely comfortable with themselves and living alone and loving that part of it, you want to find someone else to bring in your life to complete it. And so that's what I'm working through right now. Like, I didn't really understand. I kept thinking, I'm doing good. I'm getting through it. I'm doing good. Traveling 20,000 miles on my own. There she is. Come on, get in. So, but I never really, evidently I didn't completely deal with that completeness of self, because it's came up now and I've really been dealing with it. So okay, so I don't know. So my plan is, oh, and there she's licking the water bowl. Okay, sorry. My plan is I will continue bodybuilding 2 days a week at least. I may go to full-time again in March, only because I've got my leg injury. It must be a tear in my groin area. I don't know, but it's pretty painful. I've got to get through the tournament next week, and then I don't know. I'll decide what to do. I don't know if I can stay away from pickleball that long. I want to take some lessons because there's a gentleman here that does give lessons. I want to do some drills, and then and this has something to do with it too. So my real estate, like I said, I'm trying to get totally into it. I'm trying to be an adult and get up in the morning. So I still get up in the morning. I get to pickleball it. Okay, maybe usually 10. But I do walk the dog first. I'm awake at 6. I drink 40 ounces of water. I still do pretty good on my nutrition thing. 40 ounces of water and 20 ounces of coffee. And then I'm usually up by 8 and I walk the dog, and then I go to the pickleball courts, right? Or I go to the gym. Well, businesses don't run that way. And, oh, here's my card, by the way, you guys. Yay, it's cute. It's got the London Bridge, and it's got a little red telephone booth. Hey, Fandy's on here. Anyway, so there's a lot. You have to start getting up and shower up and get your hair done and makeup and everything. Now I need to start, and I'm gonna start being an adult about it. So, and then so they have sales meetings, they have tons of training. The place I'm working for is amazing. Lake Havasu City Properties, by the way. It's amazing. It costs a little more to get involved in some of the things. Like the local association was like $1,400 to join for a year. They have training also, though. It's almost you also get the MLS website where you go on and do all the searches and things. I'm still new to all of it. It takes a while to get established. So they've got a lot of training going on at the agency I work with, and it's phenomenal. And so they paid for my business cards. And then I just got some, they're like little notepads that are about this big. I got those ordered, and then I've got to do, like, they have a listing service where they will, it's like a database. And so I'm going to do like 200 mailings, put all my information in and send it out. That'll be in a couple weeks. And then they also have this thing called Boomtown, where someone comes in and is looking for property in the area. I mean, it could be in a lot of different areas, but where they go in and they sign in, and then the lead, because we pay for it through our company, there's leads that are generated to us. Now, a lot of these people I don't think want to be contacted, but you never know. So you have to contact them, so you should always call them. There's email capacity you can do. You can text them, things like that. And you never know what those contacts are going to do. And then we also had Winterfest, where we had a booth. I'm telling you, I talked so much to people, and it was so fun. It was so fun that I got tired of talking. I know, imagine that. But I got to know so many good people. And then, so I got contacts for them. See what I'm saying? I got a contact for them, and so I contacted them and let them know where I'm at, things like that. So I didn't have cards then. Okay, so what we just did is we just did a live video shoot. Our the owner of Lake Havasu City Properties, Dean Baker, I'm hoping I'm saying it right. Oh, he's phenomenal. And then there's several associate brokers within, and a designated broker within the company they're just so much energy there. They do training. I mean, they provide all these things. If you needed help with anything, I know they'd be there. It's just so much energy. So Dean, he said that we could do these videos for a certain price, and then he would cover the other. And so we just did that the other day down under the bridge, the London Bridge. It was pretty cool. I love video making, you guys know that, but it was a script. So, and I kind of had to write it out. You know, how did you get here? You know, I talked about my family moved here 40 years ago, started a business, all those things. I made my way back, you know, things like that. But I will post it when the video comes out. We're waiting for it. We just did it. We had to do one under the bridge, and then we had to do one in studio. So we're in another week, we're going to do a drone shot of the office, and that's going to be part of our video as well. So, I mean, Dean is phenomenal, and he's always advertising for all of us. Like, he's just this really good professional, just really good, and a lot of energy. And the ladies that are there, that are associate brokers, and the training broker, well, she's not a training broker, she's an actual broker who does phenomenal. They're doing training for us all the time, and it took me, I don't know, have I been in there? I might have been there a month, I think. Took me a minute to get in the brokerage, but it took me all of January to start adulting again. I started getting up and going to some meetings and some trainings and stuff, but I had the hardest time just giving up, because I've been really honestly semi-retired for 2 years. Can you believe that? It was 2 years ago. So I was fine. Okay, I don't know if that went off, but it's trying to reconnect. Okay, so I've been fighting with myself, and I call it I'm trying to adult again and start getting up all the time. So this next month I've got to just dive into it, because like they have meetings on sales, Lake Havasu Association of Realtors. They have meetings on Wednesdays, and you go to the open house. It's phenomenal. You get to meet, there's a lot of other brokers, there's a lot of other agents, there's a lot of mortgage companies. It's an important thing, and I haven't been doing it. And so I'm fully in. March is it. Like I had to, and we volunteer for phones. A phone, if you're in the office and somebody walks in or calls in on the phone and you're there, then you get that first lead. And so, and it's also, it would be just a great learning. I've got to just dive into it, because I still don't know a lot. I have been calling on the leads. I've got a couple people that actually answered the phone. Normally you get a voicemail, or sometimes they get you a bad number. And I've got my intro email setup that I've been sending, and I'm trying to follow through with that. That was hard for me to get my head around, because does anybody like doing that? Maybe people like cold calling and things like that. I don't think I did, but I'm going to really like it. I love people. I loved the Winterfest, talking to people and even about their properties and all that. But I have to go to all the open houses. I have to get to know the area, you know, and I am, but not like next month is it. Man, I've got to jump fully into it and learn about it. So where does that leave my pickleball and working out? It's going to have to come second. It's just going to have to, because I've got to pursue this, so I get really good at it. Because if you're going to do something, you want to get really good at it. You know, you want to fully, you know me, if I'm fully in. All right, so I'm fully in. So pickleball is normally the best pickleball is Monday through Saturday and Sunday all week in the morning from about 8 o'clock until 1. But I don't know that I'll be able to be doing that anymore. And so they also have round robins and turn and play after that. And now that we're going to be getting into March here, the weather will clear up. So today it was almost too windy to, you can play, but it's not as fun. It really doesn't, it affects your game. And I'm doing really well. Like, so I have 2 partners, a men's mixed doubles and a women's, and Larry, my mixed doubles partner, is kind of the one that moved me up from a 3.0 to a 3.5. I might have regretted it after we play together sometimes. I'm still struggling. But you're playing with different higher skilled players, and a groin injury. So I can't even really run to get faster. You know what I mean? That's what I always did in racquetball. I just ran and got faster. But this is a different thing altogether. I talked to Nick about it. He's moved up to, I think he's probably 4.5 or higher now. He's doing really well in it. And he told me, and it is all about the soft game. So racquetball is all about speed and hitting hard and moving quick, and that pickleball is all about the soft, smart game. Because if you just can get it over the net, you usually can do all the points. And even my serve was way off. So I just had to get it over the net. I had to go back, learn the basics, start over again, and just get it over the net. Like, just do the smart thing. I am a basher, like they call them. I think they call them bashers, where you just want to smash it because you don't want them getting it back to you. But some of these good players can pick that back up and just nail you with it. So you got to get the soft game going. It's hard. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. I will continue probably doing pickleball, but it may not be in the time slot that I want, but we'll see. I might do it a little bit less so I can get my leg healed and pick up on bodybuilding more, because it seems to, I don't get injured with bodybuilding, and so I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so that's it on real estate. I'm fully submerging myself in it and adulting now, getting back to getting up early and I mean, I'm telling you, it's hard to make. Can you imagine making an 8 o'clock meeting? Well, maybe you guys can. Maybe you're still, maybe, I don't know. Lisa's up early, her and Todd. Todd leaves at, I think 6. I don't know. I hear his truck going. I'm like, okay, I should be getting up and getting ready and getting going. But we'll see. I have to. So I've been practicing it. I don't know, raise your hand if anybody out there is, I know Anna, maybe you understand what I mean. If you've been a full-time RVer, you're retired or something, man, it's hard to get up at 6 and like shower and get makeup on and your hair done and get to meetings. I don't like it very much, but I've got to do it. So that's my struggle. The struggle is real, you guys. It's been a struggle, but I have to do it. So there's that. So my RV, we're just kind of staying put. I am a little bit nervous about March and April approaching in Arizona, in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, because it gets a little hot here. I can remember in March we suntanned. You know, it's usually was 80. When it gets too hot in here, it's hard to keep the air conditioner rolling all the time. So we'll see. I feel like if I'm getting fully into it, I may have to stay through the summer. So maybe you guys will get a report the summer in Arizona. That might be a good one. Okay, so RV life is about the same. I mean, it's holding up well. Oh, I have to tell a funny story. Lisa's going to get a kick out of it, but I have to tell this funny story because it's so funny. So, I don't know if, like, so for years I never had to have, you know, you remember these ice makers, you guys? So for years I had an ice maker in my house where I didn't have to do this, right? Well, in here, you got to make your own ice. I mean, I know they have little machines. I don't have room for another little machine. I barely have room for it's pretty busy in here now. So Lisa and I were at this, hey Marlene, Lisa and I went to get, well she did. She's like, I need to get some, because I was buying bags of ice. So she wanted to buy these ice makers, the cube trays, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, I might as well do that. Then I don't have to buy bags of ice all the time, you know what I mean? So we've been doing it. We both did it. I'm going to say, excuse me, it's probably been 3 months. So I'm like, I bought this other new thing where the ice is in a silicone dill and you put a thing over it and punch it through and it lands in the bottom. So I ordered that on Amazon. I'm like, Lisa, I just told her, I said, Lisa, I just ordered this new ice thing because mine is breaking. Because when I go to twist it, you know what I'm saying? When I go to twist it, I'm so hard on things. Like, I have no patience. So it was cracking and breaking all in there. And she's like, you're too hard on it. Mine are still in great shape. And then when her husband Todd came home, like Todd's like, yeah, I know, yeah, ours are broke because Todd was doing it, and he did it the same way I did. And so Todd and I's like, okay, you got to show us. So Lisa's like, no, you don't have to do it that way. So Todd and I was like, oh, sure. So then it was like, okay, but mine in here, my freezer, so my freezer freezes super hard. You remember the old refrigerators that you had to defrost every month? Well, this is brand new. I have to defrost it at least every month. And my friend who also has a Streamline trailer, she said all of them are like that in these kind of vehicles or RVs or whatever. So I'm like, okay, Lisa, but my my ice trays freeze harder than yours too. Todd's like, yeah, it's too hard frozen. So we bet Lisa that she would break it if she did it, right? So both of us were watching her, and she does this with it. I can't do it because this one has water in it. She does this with it, like does this little thing, and it all comes out perfectly beautiful ice cubes. They all drop right out. No breaking the ice tray. It was so hilarious. Okay, I got to put it back because it's going to be melting. Ooh. Okay, so anyway, that was a funny story. All right, so that's my RV life. I have taken a couple showers in here. Goes pretty well. I have to dump the sewer about every 2 weeks, and Lisa and Todd have a place I can do it, but I can usually get a couple showers in here. One thing that you learn is you can't take more than 2 showers a week when you live in an RV. You got to do like splash face showers, right? So you don't smell. But you're usually about 2 showers a week is all you have. So it's been working anyway. Okay, moving forward. Okay, so like I said, I've been dealing with I don't know, just sort of, I know this sounds cliche, but inner healing the inner child. The child that gets attached to the wrong things or whatever. I don't know. You know, why as a single person, whether male or female, I don't care who you are, why as a single person you can't be okay just being on your own and feel complete. Why is that? I don't know. Why for the longest period of time did I need to meet someone or things like that? I don't know. But this gentleman I'm following, Aaron is his name, he's really good. He's a young guy. Like, I'm so amazed at the talent out there. But he's a YouTuber. He has thousands that follow him. I think this is what he said. He's there to expand your horizons, right? Your consciousness. Anyway, he's super good because he's sort of had the same energy that I had, as far as if you're too clingy to people, you sort your energy. It's all about your energy. What you put off, you know, you call it intuition or anything. What you put off to people, so you attract what you kind of put out there, right? And so until you have really positive, good energy, then you're probably not going to draw somebody to you or whatever you want to do, meet, without the same positive energy. You're going to probably draw the person, if you have a bad need to meet someone, or I need to have a mate because I don't feel complete. And honestly, I felt that way. I'm like, you know, if I just had somebody like a boyfriend or something, then it would help me to be strong in all these areas. But that's not a good, that you don't need that. And so I've been following kind of him and other people, and doing meditation, a lot of meditation. It's been phenomenal for me. It's just been so good. I don't know if it was this point in my life that I needed it to move into a different area or what, and he's also someone who does a lot of videos. And so I feel the need to start doing my videos again, because I've always done really well when I'm doing my videos. Like, I love it. It energizes me. It's my thing. I love talking. I'm good with people. I love talking to people. I love getting to know them and things. So that's my plan, kind of. I'm going to go back. I'm going to see, there's, at least when you're adulting that way, you can do it you can do it later on the day. You don't have to get up at 8 a.m. and go do it. You can, I mean, I do need to be more professional looking. I don't know that he always is, but at least makeup. I don't know. I had makeup on today, so I'm like, let's just do a video. It is Wednesday. I was doing Wednesday videos. So I'll put a link to what I've been studying, you guys. We talked a lot about it in my 100 videos too, about energy and inner child, the I, the ego, those kinds of things. How do we heal from trauma in our lives? Things like that. And I think God wants us to walk in our full light, right? He really does want us to be our full potential in this life. I mean, you want to be able to say, I did what I was supposed to do in this life by helping others, or whatever you want to say. But this has been more about helping myself heal, and become complete. And it's just phenomenal. I'm doing really well. And so I'm also doing, like I said, a meditation on losing. So I keep sabotaging myself to get the rest of my 20 pounds off, right? I keep doing it. Like, I'll lose, and then I'll eat on the weekend, and I'll gain, and then I'll lose. I'm staying neutral. I'm not exactly losing or gaining, but I would like to, as a goal, finish where I finish and get some more of the weight off, and then maintain it again. So I'm doing meditation on that as well, which has been super good. So I'm going to just, after I'm done, I'm hoping I'll be able to move this over to YouTube if I have enough bandwidth, because it doesn't download very well. But if not, I will put some of the meditations I'm doing in my page where this is posted, so you can take a look at it, see what you think. It might not be for everyone. It's been super good for me. I am finally, honestly, at a place most of the time where I'm okay being single. In fact, I'm loving where I'm at. Like, I love, and I'm looking forward to dating people that are right for me, that are my equals, and that are help. We come together as two secure people and help each other grow, not where we're damaged and we're mending each other, right? So that's where I'm at, and I'm actually good with just where I'm at, and happy with it, and it's been really good. Although I'm still going through it. So hey, Kathy. So I'll keep working at it. I'll post it and let you guys know. I'll try to do next Wednesday. If I don't go to, I think this guy who did YouTube is on YouTube full time. I tried that, and what I didn't like is everybody. I love when everybody's on here and I get to see everyone and talk to everyone, and that's always, like, I like that interaction, and that's important to me. So YouTube, you don't have that. So that's why I really think I would love a podcast. So I'm hoping to get there. I'm gonna have to just dive in and buy the equipment, I guess. I might need a studio other than the RV, but okay. But first I got to be an adult and go to submerge myself in the real estate, and then I'll keep going forward. So I think that's it today. I don't have much else. Wintering in Arizona has been delightful. I know that much. I've met so many people, and people are so good. Like, okay, there are some snobs, but all in all, like, I can go up and talk to people and they're so, like, you just become friends. It's so awesome. And so I've had a wonderful, wonderful winter. So anyway, all right, that's all I have today. Much love, everyone. I love you. I miss everyone. And have a super day and a super week. Happy birthday to my son, Nicholas. Ooh, I don't want to say how old he is. So, okay, that's another thing, you guys. I have been fighting my age since I turned 60. Like, I was never someone who didn't like the age they turned. When my husband and I were married, it never mattered that much to me. But all of a sudden, when I was single, turning 60 was a big deal, and I was so distraught over it. I'm starting to get to where I'm embracing where I'm at and being happy for where I'm at. Still looking sexy at 61. Fandy, don't say my birthday's in May, so what's that? Yikes. Where's time gone, you guys? Where has time gone? But geez, I'm doing fantastic. So be happy with where I'm at, because this person that I am now, when I was 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been her, because I changed so much. I am much more, I don't know, maybe easy to get along with. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. I'm still pretty stubborn and things like that. But I feel like with this meditation, I'm actually mellowing out more on things, like getting in fights on the pickleball court and things like that. Oh, that's terrible. It's been good for me. There's some kind of pickleball dynamic when you're on, and partner dynamic when you're interacting with people in competition like that, it's really trying. It's been another area of my life that I've really had to work on, because honestly, as a person, as a Christian, first of all, you don't want to get in a fight on a pickleball court. You shouldn't be cussing, first of all. I cuss up a storm some days, and so in the competition next week, if you cuss, you're out. You get kicked out. So I'm like, okay, zipperooty. Okay. Anyway. All right. Well, much love, my friends and family. I love and miss you guys all tremendously. So I don't know. I should just keep doing it on here, even if it's on Wednesdays, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Okay. Have a good week. Love you. Love you. Bye.